It's May 15th, and that's National Chocolate Chip Day. Hello and welcome to Hip Hip Today, where every day is a celebration, and today is National Chocolate Chip Day. Who doesn't love chocolate? And the best thing about chocolate chips is they turn into chocolate chip cookies. Today, I am going to share with you the best chocolate chip cookie recipe. I've given this to all my friends and they can attest it's the best chocolate chip cookie. These are brown butter chocolate chip cookies. The thing that makes these cookies so special is the brown butter. You're gonna brown it over the stovetop and it really brings out this nutty flavor that just makes the cookies so tasty. These are all the ingredients you're gonna need for your cookies. 2 cups of semi-sweet chocolate, either chocolate chips or chopped. I combined them because it is National Chocolate Chip Day. You're gonna need sea salt, baking soda, all-purpose flour, vanilla extract, 2 eggs, granulated sugar, brown sugar, and unsalted butter. So let's get started and brown the butter and get these cookies in the oven. So we're gonna melt 3/4 cup butter in this saucepan over medium heat until the butter starts to brown and foam and you can really smell that nuttiness. I love the smell of melted butter. There's just something about it. It smells so delicious. It reminds me of popcorn, and butter makes everything better. It's starting to get really fragrant. You can tell that it's almost done because you can smell that nuttiness. And this is really gonna give these chocolate chip cookies an edge over all of the other chocolate chip cookies you've tried. All right, it's almost done, so I am gonna take this off here. Like I've been saying, you do not want it to burn, so you have to make sure you are constantly watching it and constantly stirring it. Okay, we're gonna pour this butter in a bowl and wait for it to cool. After the brown butter's cooled down, you're gonna pour it into a big mixing bowl along with your granulated sugar and your brown sugar, and you're gonna mix until it's well blended. After the butter and the sugars are mixed together, we're gonna add an egg yolk, and the vanilla extract and mix that all up. Okay, we're gonna mix the egg in. There we go, and now the egg yolk, so let's separate this. I love doing this, it's fun. Okay, there's that. We're gonna add the vanilla extract. I believe this is a tablespoon. And let's get all of this goodness mixed up. Okay, all of our wet ingredients are ready to go. Now let's get our dry ingredients prepped. Our flour, we have our baking soda, which is already in there, and we're gonna do a teaspoon of sea salt. I have some coarse sea salt, but that'll just be for sprinkling on top of the cookies when they're all finished. Okay, we are going to put half of the dry ingredients in the wet and mix it in slowly because we do not want these cookies to be over dry. So you're gonna eyeball this. You might not need all the flour. So my dough already started drying up, so I'm gonna exclude this amount of flour. So you really kind of have to eyeball it. My dough's mixed up, so I'm going to add the chocolate chips. And I'm just gonna fold them in because you do not wanna overmix this. Overmixing cookies really affects the consistency and the outcome, and it's just not that great of a cookie. I put a lot of chocolate in these because I love chocolate and I love a chocolatey cookie. Once you fold all of these chips in, you're gonna put this dough in the fridge to chill for at least a half hour, but you can obviously leave it overnight. While that dough is chilling, you're gonna wanna heat your oven to 350 degrees and also get your baking sheet prepared by lining it with a piece of parchment paper. Once the dough comes out of the fridge, I like to weigh each cookie to 1 ounce on my food scale, and then I roll them out between my hands to make sure they're nice and neat and uniform. My cookies are ready to go into the oven. You're gonna cook them for 11 minutes. You want them to be golden on the outside and still a little bit raw on the inside because you want the gooey, delicious center. I like to cook 6 at a time, And I ended up weighing them to about 1.3 to 1.5 ounces because they looked a little small. So let's go ahead and put them in the oven. Pulled the cookies out and they've cooled. I already sprinkled some coarse sea salt on them before, but I like my cookies extra salty, so I'm just gonna give them a little bit more. And let's try them out. The cookies turned out perfectly. They taste delicious, salty, chocolatey, and sweet. And I cannot wait for you guys all to try this recipe and have the best chocolate chip cookie ever for Chocolate Chip Cookie Day. If you liked this recipe and this video, please like and subscribe, and let's continue to celebrate many other national days for Hip Hip today.